Every trader, no matter how seasoned or skilled, encounters a moment when the world of trading feels like it's collapsing around them. The charts, once a map to opportunity, blur into a chaotic mess of lines and numbers. Strategies, painstakingly crafted over months or years, crumble under the weight of unexpected market moves. Confidence, that fragile fuel for bold decisions, evaporates, leaving behind a hollow sense of doubt. This is the breaking point, a crucible where the trader's resolve is tested not by the market's complexity, but by the raw, unfiltered confrontation with their own psyche. Before we continue, make this commitment. This channel isn't about quick fixes, it's about developing traders with mental strength and discipline. If that resonates with you, join us. Subscribe now so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Stay until the end and keep progressing with us, one mindset shift at a time. This video isn't just another trading video, it's a mirror for your mindset. Like now, comment what resonates, and stay until the end. Because one idea here could change how you think and how you trade. Let's go. Picture yourself sitting in front of your trading screen, the glow casting shadows across a room that feels smaller with every passing moment. The numbers are red, relentlessly red, each loss stacking upon the last like bricks in a wall closing you in. At first, every loss cuts deeply, a sharp sting that demands your attention. But as the streak persists, 5 losses, 10 more, the pain dulls into a numbing fog. Your mind, once sharp and calculating, stops registering the warnings. You're no longer battling the market's unpredictable waves. You're wrestling with the storm inside yourself. This breaking point spares no one. It's not just the novice trader, wide-eyed and learning the ropes, who faces this moment. Even the veterans, those who've devoured every trading book, memorized every candlestick pattern, and built systems backed by years of data, eventually collide with this invisible wall. Why? Because the market is not merely a puzzle to be solved with technical prowess. It is a mirror, reflecting not just your ability to read charts, but your capacity to endure the psychological weight of uncertainty, loss, and self-doubt, the illusion of control and the spiral of desperation. Imagine a trader riding a wave of success. For weeks, their account balance climbs steadily, each trade executed with precision, each decision validated by green numbers. The system feels infallible, the plan airtight, the confidence unshakable. Then one morning, the setup that worked flawlessly a dozen times fails. You brush it off, telling yourself it's just one trade, but the next trade falters too. Then another. Suddenly, your stop losses are triggered with surgical precision, as if the market is taunting you, daring you to keep playing its game. 5 losses in a row become 10, and the streak begins to feel like a personal vendetta. The human mind is not wired to handle prolonged streaks of pain. It seeks patterns, even where none exist, and interprets them as destiny. A string of wins convinces you you've cracked the code, that you're untouchable, that the market will bend to your will forever. A string of losses whispers the opposite. You've lost your edge, you were never skilled enough. The dream of trading for freedom was a delusion. Both narratives are illusions, but the illusion of hopelessness is the one that destroys careers. It's the voice that convinces you to abandon your rules, to throw money at reckless trades in search of a miracle, to double your lot size not out of strategy but out of desperation. In that moment, the disciplined trader transforms into a gambler, chasing luck in a game rigged against impulse. Consider the story of a trader named Alex, whose system shone in backtests, delivering months of consistent wins. He launched into live trading with strict rules: risk 1% per trade, never chase a loss, stick to the plan. For a while, it worked beautifully. His account grew, his confidence soared, and he began to dream of financial independence. Then the market shifted, subtly at first, then violently. Setups that once delivered profits now bled his account. After 7 consecutive losses, Alex's faith in his system wavered. Instead of stepping back to reassess, he increased his risk to 5%, convinced a big win was imminent. It wasn't. Within 2 weeks, his account was decimated, and he walked away from trading, carrying the shame of failure. What Alex didn't see was that the market didn't destroy him. His inability to pause and reset did. He let the spiral of losses define him, rather than breaking its hold. The breaking point as a catalyst for transformation beneath the chaos of a losing streak lies a truth most traders overlook. The breaking point is not the end of the journey, but an invitation to evolve. It's a moment that strips away illusions of invincibility and forces you to confront your vulnerabilities. The market doesn't care about your losses, your wins, or your dreams. It has no memory, no vendetta, no agenda. It simply is a vast, indifferent force that offers opportunities every day, whether you're ready to seize them or not. The only memory that lingers is the one you create, replaying the pain of each loss until it becomes your reality. Think of a boxer stepping into the ring, full of fire and focus. In the first round, he takes a series of punishing blows, each one shaking his confidence. If he convinces himself he's weak, the fight is over before the bell rings again. But if he sees those hits as part of the game, not proof of failure, but data to adjust his strategy, he can tighten his guard, shift his stance, and fight back with renewed clarity. A losing streak is no different. It's not the blows you take that determine the outcome. It's whether you have the resilience to stand up, reassess, and return stronger. The mental reset is the key to breaking this cycle. It's not about forcing the market to bend to your will or clawing back losses with reckless trades. It's about stepping back, recalibrating your mind, and realigning your psychology with your system. A losing streak doesn't mean you're doomed, nor does it erase your skills. It signals a misalignment, a disconnect between your strategy and the market's current rhythm, or between your discipline and your emotions. The danger lies not in the streak itself, but in how you respond to it. The spiral, a seductive trap. A losing streak rarely announces itself with a single catastrophic trade. It begins quietly with one small slip, a trade that doesn't go as planned, a loss you shrug off as routine. But beneath the surface, a subtle tension takes root. Your mind whispers that something is off, urging you to act quickly to reclaim control. Another loss follows, and the whisper grows louder, stitching together a narrative of failure. By the third or fourth loss, the spiral tightens its grip. You no longer approach trades with calm precision. Hesitation creeps in, or worse, aggression. You overanalyze every signal or leap recklessly into setups you'd normally avoid. Both reactions stem from the same poison: fear. Fear of being wrong, of losing more, of watching your dreams slip away. This spiral is not just about money, it's about identity. Each loss feels like a judgment on your competence, a question mark over your place in the trading world. The market becomes a referendum on your worth, and every red candle chips away at the person you thought you were. In this state, rational decision-making becomes nearly impossible. Like a gambler at a roulette table down 5 spins in a row, you start to believe the next trade must win, as if the market owes you balance. This delusion drives oversized trades, irrational setups, and blind hope, pulling you deeper into the spiral. The spiral thrives on urgency, a false sense that you must act now, that waiting will only deepen the hole. But the market is eternal. It will be there tomorrow, next week, next year. The only thing that won't survive unchecked urgency is your account and your discipline. Consider the story of a trader named Lena, whose discipline was once her hallmark. Her rules were ironclad: risk no more than 2% per trade, only take high-probability setups, stop after 2 daily losses. For months she thrived, but a week of misaligned markets unraveled her. She forced trades, ignored her stop losses, and chased losses with reckless abandon. By the week's end, she wasn't trading, she was gambling, and half her account was gone. The spiral didn't come from the market. It came from her refusal to pause and reset. The power of the reset breaking the spiral begins with awareness, catching yourself in the act of trading from fear rather than strategy. It's the difference between Entering a trade because it fits your system, and entering one because you can't bear another loss. This awareness is hard-won, as emotions cloud judgment like fog over a battlefield. But it's the first step toward freedom. The reset is not a retreat. It's an act of courage, a declaration that you refuse to let desperation dictate your path. Resetting means creating distance, both physical and mental. Physically, it's as simple as closing your laptop, stepping away from the charts, and reconnecting with the world beyond pips and percentages. The market can feel like a bubble, where every price movement is a personal attack. Breaking that bubble, feeling the air outside, hearing the hum of life, reminds you that losses don't define you. Mentally, resetting is harder. The mind clings to losses, replaying them like a broken record, feeding doubts and what-ifs. One powerful ritual is to write down each loss, the amount, the reason, the emotion. Put it on paper, close the notebook, and let it go. This act externalizes the pain, freeing you from its grip. The reset also requires humility, a willingness to let go of the need to be right. Traders often tie their identity to their wins, expecting the market to validate their intelligence and effort. When it doesn't, the ego fights back, demanding revenge through reckless trades. But the market doesn't care about your ego. It's indifferent to your need for validation. Accepting this frees you to focus on what you can control: your process, your discipline, your response. The reset is not a sign of weakness, but of maturity, a recognition that trading is a long game, and survival is the ultimate edge. Rebuilding, from ashes to foundation. Rebuilding, after a losing streak, is not about quick wins or grand recoveries. It's a slow, deliberate process of restoring trust in your system, your analysis, and yourself. Imagine a trader named Daniel, who rode a hot streak for weeks, stacking profits and feeling invincible. Then the market turned. Losses piled up, his confidence shattered, and in 2 weeks he gave back everything and more. Sitting in the silence of defeat, Daniel faced a choice: spiral further or rebuild. Rebuilding begins with healing the emotional wounds of loss. Anger, shame, fear, they run in the background, slowing your mental processor. Ignoring them doesn't work. They must be faced. Daniel took 3 days away from the charts, resisting the urge to check prices. The silence was painful, but it revealed his addiction to the market's pulse. He started journaling not just trades, but thoughts. Why he chased, why he ignored rules, why he let losses define him. This clarity shifted his perspective. The market wasn't the enemy. His habits were. The rebuilding phase is unglamorous, but sacred. It's about returning to fundamentals with the patience of a craftsman. Risk management, once a suggestion, becomes a vow. The trading plan, once flexible, becomes law. Each trade, no matter how small, tests not the market but your discipline. Daniel traded microlots for 2 weeks, not to make money, but to execute flawlessly. Each disciplined trade was a brick in a new mental fortress, built on the ruins of failure. Slowly, trust returned, not in the market but in himself. There's beauty in this process. Losing streaks strip away illusions of control, forcing you to confront the truth. You cannot master the market, but you can master yourself. Daniel learned his system was sound, but his discipline was fragile. The streak wasn't punishment. It was education, teaching him lessons no book could. Forgiveness is also key. Traders torture themselves with replays of mistakes, but guilt breeds hesitation, and hesitation breeds more errors. Like a child learning to walk, you must accept stumbles as part of growth, not proof of failure. Rising stronger, the alchemy of resilience, the greatest traders in history, Jesse Livermore, Paul Tudor Jones, even modern legends, aren't remembered for avoiding losses, but for how they rose from them. A losing streak is not a verdict, it's a forge, shaping you into a trader who can endure the market's chaos. To rise stronger, reframe your losses as lessons, not failures. Each red trade carries data, a misstep in execution, a flaw in discipline, a moment of ego. These are not scars to hide, but golden cracks like kintsugi pottery that make your story richer. Reconnect with your why. Why you started trading. Was it freedom, mastery, the thrill of solving the unsolvable? Losing streaks dim that spark, but revisiting it reignites purpose. You're not trading for 1 week or 1 month. You're in the long game. Casinos thrive because they don't panic over payouts. They trust their edge over time. Adopt that mindset. A losing streak is just variance, not destiny. Your edge remains unless you abandon it. Empathy is another gift of loss. Surviving a streak gives you perspective, the ability to understand the pain of others. This wisdom makes you not just a better trader, but a better mentor, a better human. Most importantly, don't aim to recover to where you were. Aim higher. Let the streak teach you discipline where you were reckless, patience where you were impulsive, humility where you were arrogant. The goal is not to erase the past, but to build a future where you're unshakable. The final reset, a declaration of mastery. The reset is not a pause. It's a declaration of agency. It's closing your platform when your pride screams to trade. It's walking away when fear demands action. It's admitting, right now I'm not in control, and finding strength in that honesty. The market will always be there, but your capital and discipline are finite. Protect them fiercely. A reset is a purge, clearing the ghosts of past trades, letting you start fresh with a mind unclouded by regret. Imagine the moment you break the streak, the first winning trade after weeks of struggle. The relief is real, but the true victory is the quiet confidence that says, I can come back from anything. That moment is earned through every night you resisted temptation, every journal entry you wrote, every small trade you executed perfectly. It's not luck, it's resilience, forged in the fire of loss. So embrace the losing streak as a teacher, not a threat. Let it strip away what's weak and reveal what's strong. Let it forge a trader who doesn't just win, but endures. The greatest traders aren't those who never fall. They're those who rise stronger every time. Your streak is not the end, it's the beginning of a transformation. The silence after the storm is where you find clarity. The pressure of loss is where you become a diamond. The reset is where you become unshakable. Before we go deeper, a question. Are you grappling with fear, doubt, or the urge to overtrade? Most traders don't fail because of bad strategies. They fail because of weak psychology. That's why I created my ebook, Master Your Mind, Master Your Trades. It's packed with practical tools to tame emotions, stay disciplined, and trade like a pro. Ready to elevate your game? Check the link in the description or pinned comment to grab your copy today.